Now that I already told you how much you can make with Spotify and with your royalties, a couple of other platforms are still missing.
Is it you or is it me? I don't know, I just keep letting us go.
Today I actually wanted to go really early to the studio and just work on my next release. Now that all of my labels releases are mastered, sent to the distributor, promotion, everything is taken care. I now could actually concentrate on making my next song. But I'm facing this morning two problems. One very small one. Not working. Hello. Whoa. Last chance. I already solved it. I ordered another one with same-day delivery. With a bit of luck, it should arrive tonight. The second big problem has to do with some of my old releases. As you might remember, I told you that there are a lot of labels that don't really like to pay. In fact, actually, there is not a single label ever, and I've released probably almost 100 tracks, co-produced, ghost-produced, and my own tracks. And I never got a statement without asking for it. Actually, the labels have to send you those statements every half year without you asking, but this never happened. And even if I asked them, I usually don't get a statement. They either don't answer or tell me it's not ready or I should wait or the track didn't make any money, but they still have to send me the statement even if the track doesn't make any money, which is almost impossible. There is always at least one person buying it somewhere. So I contacted yesterday while I was in the mastering studio and just waiting for the tracks being mastered. I contacted all of the old labels again, especially the ones that never answered. And I tricked them a little. I told them that there is a big TV company that wants my track that was released on their label for TV advertisement, and they're asking for a budget. And all of them, without an exception, some of them I'm trying to reach already for half a year, all of them answered within 24 hours. That's always the best strategy. If you want to catch something, just throw something big into the water and they will come. And there are actually two labels making a whole lot of trouble. The one label was also my management. With them, it's so far that I will definitely get a lawyer. There is no way around it. They are just stupid idiots. And the other label is a single person, and he has a track of mine that has like 1.3, 1.4 million plays on Spotify. And if you ever wondered how much money that is, how much do you get per play on Spotify, you can say around about 0.004 cents, euro cents. And that equals to like 4,000 euros per million plays. And that money is what Spotify is giving to the distributor. The distributor then takes 20 to 30% depending on the distributor. Then the label keeps half of it. So as an artist, you can kind of count with 0.002 cent per streamed track on Spotify. That equals for a million of plays like 2,000 euros. And this track has 1.3, so I should at least get 2,000. I of course never got that amount of money. I got like maybe 600 over the years, fighting a lot for it. And I know for a fact that this person faked the statements. I have a friend working somewhere that can kind of check it, and also just from knowing the numbers on Spotify, this doesn't really add up. So this morning I emailed him, put his father in CC. I have his email from back in the days. And with his father in CC, he already answered. He still refuses to do anything. He even wanted me to pay him that he does the statement. He said it's work for him, I should pay for it, which is just ridiculous. I will never ever do something like that with the people that are on my label. That's just really fucked up. Okay. Ja, klar. Müssen wir so machen. Okay. Alles klar. That was my lawyer. He's not taking care of it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And this person will now have to pay even more because the person will also have to pay him. Now to the studio making music. Yeah, again sitting here, I got 2 more important emails, but now it's really time to go. Finally in the studio, and I got a letter from my favorite friends, the GEMA, that's the German royalty collecting company for musicians. In the past I always got statements with 15 cents, 80 cents, maybe 10 euros, 15 euros, but never more than that. And being part of it, being a member, is 80 euros a year, so it was never worth it. But I have a good feeling this time, because they finally solved their issue with YouTube, because in Germany there were no music videos allowed, they all blocked it. They settled maybe half a year ago, so I should get all of my royalties for the past. It's just back to the first day of YouTube actually. This right here is just for my All About track that has like 1.3 or even more plays on Spotify, and I'm getting here for the royalties €2.45. So if you're wondering if royalties will make you money, definitely no. This entire royalty thing starts to make sense when your music is played on the radio, on TV stations, if it's just broadcasted, if a lot of people cover it. But if you make your money mostly just with streaming and maybe YouTube and maybe Soundcloud, there is not really much to get out of it. That's also one of the reasons why most singer and songwriters are now insisting getting a share of the master rights. Back in the days it was just a copyright. Now more and more, especially the more famous singer and songwriters, want to have a part of the master. So directly streams, downloads, sales, and all of these kind of things. Now that I already told you how much you can make with Spotify and with your royalties, a couple of other platforms are still missing. But first, it's now finally time to just work on the next single.
You had the chance to save her, be her savior. Now leave her alone. This was your final warning.
Almost all done with work, kind of. Was a very short day due to all of those problems. And Logic is striking from time to time again. It's still really warm in here. But nevertheless, we talked about Spotify, we talked about the royalty thing. Then there is YouTube. You can count on making like around €1 per 1,000 clicks. If you have the advertisements on, of course. Or if you monetize your music, or your label is monetizing your music for you, then you of course have to share again half of it with the label. Then there are a bunch of other streaming platforms. They usually pay the artist more than Spotify does, but they have way less streams. So I'd say around about 85 to 90% of all of my streaming sales are made with Spotify, and the rest is shared between all of those other platforms. And even Apple Music is just covering like 3 or 4%. There is also, of course, downloads, but forget about it completely. You will make more money selling vinyls or maybe even CDs than with downloads. It's completely dying out. There's only one left, and that is SoundCloud. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm just mad at SoundCloud. It doesn't do anything, it just makes trouble. It's super annoying since they changed it to SoundCloud Go. I think they screwed up entirely. I'm using it less and less. All done in the studio. It was a kind of successful day. Just too much distraction with all of the label bullshit going on, but I got a solution with my distributors. I expect a re-release, an old track of mine being re-released on my label in the next 1 or 2 days actually. It's called Walking Down the Line. Fits perfectly to the summer. It's from 2013, so quite old. But at least this way the track is again mine, and everything it makes also mine, finally. It feels so good that the big problem is solved, but this right here is even way more impressive. I honestly don't know how they were doing it. I ordered it this morning and it arrived now in less than 12 hours. That's very impressive, and you can expect a shaved Jon tomorrow. Hello!
Hi.
And the day gets even better. Vanessa's making pasta with tomato sauce, my favorite dish. And I got plenty of Parmesan. That stuff is so good. Wow, that thing is so high tech. It even has a built-in vacuum cleaner. Vanessa will like this, less clinging.